Okay, so it's December
13th.
13th at about 9 ish. Um, and at about 8:30 tonight, 8:20, somewhere around there. Um, like, people are good. People do amazing things, and I just am doing this video not to give myself attention, but just if anybody who helped me tonight happens to watch this, my wholehearted thank you goes out to you. Okay, so let me just give you the story, which will make sense. I was dropping my daughter off, who I dropped off a million times before. And we go down this road, this kind of back road. My GPS takes me down there, this back road where it's normally dark. There's not a lot of street lights, and I just kind of trust. And you have to kind of like drive for a while, and then you see like the street light where you're supposed to turn to get to the neighborhood, that the community that she lives in. And so tonight especially happens to be like a dark, cold, wet night, and I'm following my GPS, and there's nothing. There's It's just dark, and so we see a monument that I think was it. And then my daughter was saying, like, Dad, I think that was it. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm trusting my GPS because it knows all. It has the answers to everything. And so I'm driving, and we pass it. We keep going, and then I notice we keep going further and further. And it's getting darker and darker, and it's cold and wet. And so I finally decide, okay, well, I'm gonna turn around and just go back the other way because I think this isn't the way we go. So here's what ended up happening. So here, you can see that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So like here's the road here, and I'm driving, and again it's like dark and stuff, and so I say, okay, well we've gone too far. So I do a U-turn, and I notice that there's some train tracks here, and I do a U-turn, and I say, okay, well I'll just turn, and then right before, and then I'm thinking I'm just going to get onto the dirt road a little bit and get right back on and just go back the other way. So I turn, and I make my U-turn, and I feel my car go doom, kind of dip forward like that, and it shoves. So we're driving, and I'm thinking, we're just gonna turn around, and we're driving, and I feel us go forward like that. I'm like, well, what the heck, and I try to reverse, and there's my wheels are just catching nothing's going on. So I run out the car, and I look, and again this is dark, cold, wet, can't see hardly anything. And I get out, and I see that my car is, the front of it's halfway stuck on the train tracks, and the other half is stuck on the road. I'm like, oh crap, we're on the tracks, and I've seen a lot of trains come by here, and I'm thinking this car is going to get demolished or something. So I'm freaking out. I get back in the car. I try to go in reverse. It's not doing anything. The wheels are just spinning. So then I tell my daughter, I yell at her. I'm like, get out the car now. Run, go, get out now. And so she starts screaming. She starts crying. And so then she unbuckles herself, gets out the car, and then I say, go. I said, go stand, by the side of the road. And then she's screaming everything, and so I can't get the car to catch. And we're sitting there on the tracks. I'm freaking out because the train's gonna come any minute, and I see a car coming, and I've been down this road a lot at night, and I've only seen like maybe one or two cars pass. I see a car coming. I run out to the middle of the road, and I'm waving like this, almost like it's like a movie. It looks like a movie. And I'm like, hey, I'm like, help, help, help. And these people pull up, and they're like, are you okay, sir? And I said, no. I said, my car's stuck on the train tracks, and I'm worried a train's gonna come any minute. I don't know what to do. And so this lady gets out, and this guy gets out, and they tell me that it's, or they say call 911, call 911 right now, see if they'll stop the train. I said, okay. So I dial 911, and the couple gets out, and they try to find like a rock or stick or something just to shove under my car so it'll catch. It doesn't catch. And then I noticed more people come, and as I'm looking, and it's like something you would see on the news, where just humanity runs in and helps. I'm looking at my car, and I'm in it trying to get it out. My daughter's freaking out, and there's people around her, comforting her, saying, it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay. And I see there's like 15, 20 people like pushing my car. And the amazing thing, and the reason why my wife suggested I do this, is because there were so many different types of people. I said there was this, and I didn't know any other names. I may never see you again, but there's this black couple that was there, a man and a woman. They were helping. They were pushing my car. There's this old gentleman who's this older white guy, probably like in his 80s, if not older. And there's young people, there was women, there was men, and there was, like I said, like 15 people trying to push my car off this road. Um, and then there's these two Middle Eastern guys who were there, and one of them was next to my window, and he was telling me what to do. He's like, go ahead, turn it to the left and to the right, and he was really trying to help. And there's this huge crowd of people trying to help me get off this track. And again, it's amazing things. I really don't see that many people on there. So like, there's a line of cars. They all have their emergency lights on. Everybody jumps out and they start helping me push off the track. Every time a car comes, we're like freaking out because we're thinking it's a train coming. And so we can't get it, and we're trying to get rocks underneath and boulders, and nothing's working. And this guy named Rick Rogers, thank you so much. Rick Rogers from Utah, thank you so much. He pulls up. It's got this huge truck with chains and everything, and he wasn't even going to go home this way or go that route, but he happened, for whatever reason, decided to go that way. And so he latches onto the back of my car, and he pulls it, and it doesn't give right away, and he's trying to get us off. And so everybody pushes, and he pulls at the same time, and we get the car off the track, and everybody's in the rain, and we're screaming and hollering, saying thank you and Merry Christmas, all that stuff, and everybody's cheering. And I'm just so overwhelmed with just people helping and people being there to help us. And so everybody pats us on the back and says you're welcome, and I'm thanking them profusely. And again, I didn't get to catch any of your names, but thank you so much for helping tonight. And so then the other amazing thing is Rick, we pull my car off to the side, and Rick, looks it over, takes his flashlight, looks underneath the car, and he says, your frame is fine. You didn't get nothing is broken. Your oil, nothing. Everything looks good. Not one flat tire. And it's just absolutely amazing what people can do. And it's amazing just the things that people do to help one another. And so I am so thankful tonight. My daughter is so thankful tonight that just you people, whoever you are, you angels in the night, came and helped to get us off that track, and that we were saved and nothing bad happened to us, nothing bad happened to the train. And thank you for risking so much, especially in the dark and in the cold and in the rain. And thank you a million times. Thank you. God bless you. Merry Christmas. Thank you.